Hi everyone, hope you're doing good, and today I'm going to be entering a contest for Rick at Dreadful Minutes, his 600 subscriber Identity Crisis contest. Now first things first, congratulations Rick for getting to 600. That's really awesome. I've been watching Rick for quite a long time, and he does a lot of really awesome videos. He puts a lot of effort into making his intros for his videos, which are normally quite funny and entertaining. And he's also, I'd say, the meme guy of the VC. He does a lot of memes in his videos, and he's quite the joker. So yeah, his videos are quite interesting to watch and quite entertaining. And he shows a lot of really cool rock and metal stuff, a lot of underground stuff as well, which is really awesome. And yeah, definitely go check out Rick's channel and jump on his contest if you can, because I think there's still plenty of time. I believe it ends at the end of October, so still plenty of time. And basically what he wants us to do is show albums that identify with us. We can show ones that match a personal experience or personality, and we can also show albums that identify with our YouTube channel, either our YouTube channel name or us and our YouTube channels in general, I think, as well. And yeah, we can pick as many as we want. So basically what I'm going to do with mine is I'm going to show 5 albums that identify with me and my music, that were very big for me when I was first getting into this stuff. And then I'm going to pick some albums that identify with my name, because my YouTube channel is my name, obviously. So I've picked a couple of albums that some of the members have got the same name as me. So yeah, let's make a start. I hope this audio quality is good, because this is my new camera. I'm trying it out with this video, so hopefully it's not too bad, but we'll see. And yeah, the first one that I picked is basically the first album that I got into, period. It was, before this, I wasn't really into music at all, to be honest. I didn't like what I was hearing on the radio. I wasn't interested in a lot of music really that my mum and dad played. But then one day my dad played a song off this album, and it changed absolutely everything. Like, my whole perspective on music was changed forever, and that is Master of Puppets by Metallica. Well, technically the first song was Battery, and it was the live version from the Live Shit 88 or 89 gig. And then after that I listened to some more stuff off this album, and then it very quickly became one of my favourite albums at that point, and it really sparked my interest in a lot of metal music and rock music at that time. And then after that I started to get more into a lot of like 60s and 70s rock, a lot of classic stuff that my mum and dad would listen to, a bit of Iron Maiden, a bit of Rush, I remember, Hendrix, and also this one that stands out, because I remember my mum buying this and I used to listen to it quite a lot, Rolling Stones, grrr. And this is basically a compilation of all their biggest hits from 1963, I think, up until 2012. No, 1962 actually to 2012. 50 years. And yeah, I remember this was being, I used to listen to this quite a lot back in the day, and bit of a bit of dust there. But yeah, I used to listen to this quite a lot, and it really sort of helped get my music taste a little bit broader, basically. Yeah. Then from that was about 2012, 2013, and then after that in 2014, 2015 is when I started learning guitar, and obviously started learning a lot of different stuff, playing a lot of different stuff, and that is when I come across this man, Gary Moore. And this album became a big staple of my music listening around 2015, 2016-ish. I used to listen to this on repeat and want to learn a lot of the songs off this album. It's just an absolutely fantastic album, bluesy, rock and roll-y. And yeah, not so long after this, Gary Moore became one of my favourite guitarists. And yeah, and that's when I started to get a bit more into bluesy stuff around that time. So yeah, that's another massive one in my early years. And then after that, I started to get into a little bit more heavier stuff again. Like the only heavy album that the heavy band that I listened to at the time was Metallica. The first 4 albums by Metallica, that was it really. And then I discovered this album, Blizzard of Oz by Ozzy Osbourne, and again this one was a massive game changer. Listening to Randy Rhoads for the first time was just, it's just an unbelievable experience, and just opened my eyes up to like that neoclassical sound, that classical sound, and how awesome that fits in with metal music. It was just fantastic. And yeah, I remember when I was about 16, just leaving school and about to start college, and this was the soundtrack, and it's just takes me back to that time. As soon as I see that album or listen to it, just takes me back to that time. And another one that does is another band that I got into around the same time, because I had a mate at school, and this band was his favourite band, or one of his favourite bands, and that's Megadeth. And specifically this album, and also Peace Sells, but this one's my favourite out of the two. I just, again, listening to more like an extreme sound. This was more extreme than Metallica, I felt, especially Peace Sells, and that kind of brought my attention to more heavier stuff, more aggressive sounding music. And again, after that, I did not look back, and then started to get into more thrash metal, and that's later gone into death metal and some black metal now. But yeah, just as a guitar standpoint on this album, listening to Marty Friedman for the first time again was just a mind-blowing experience. Really broadened my horizons for guitar playing, and yeah, this will always be one of my favourite albums of all time. And yeah, absolutely love that album. Next up, the second half of it, I'm going to show some albums in my collection that have got a Josh in the band, because that's my channel name. I didn't think of anything too innovative. I just wanted to pick my name because of my music, really, because I wanted my music to be known for me, and I wanted my channel to be known for my music. So I just thought it makes sense to just keep my channel name as my own name. So yeah, anyway, let's get on with this. So the first one, this was a band that I got into quite early, and a band that are actually not going anymore, and mainly because they changed their sound too much. But this album I really enjoy, and that's Snapshot by The Stripes, and they have got a Josh, and that is him there. Josh McClory played the guitar and did some vocals. He's a pretty good guitarist, actually. This album is really good as well, because it's like a blues rock, kind of bluesy, rock and roll-y kind of album. But then, as I said, they changed their sound after that, and it didn't work. And yeah, they're no more. But that album I do still quite like. Next up, I've got Sylosis, and this is the Cycle of Suffering, from 2020, and they of course have Josh Middleton as the main songwriter, guitarist, vocalist, basically everything, basically Silosis. So yeah, it's another Josh. Next up, Stone Sour, and this is Hydrograd, their last album, probably their last ever. And there's a picture of the band there, and that one just there, he is called Josh Rand, and again is a guitarist. So yeah, ongoing trend, guitarist called Josh. Now I'm going to break that trend because this is Through the Eyes of the Dead, and they have a drummer called Josh. I can't remember his last name, so I'm going to have to just get it out of the thing and have a look at his name. Josh Kulick, as you can see there, if it focuses. Yeah, anyway, yeah, Josh Kulick on the drums. Cool. Next is As I Lay Dying. This is a compilation called D.I.E I got from Simon. And he's not in the band anymore, but on this album they had a bass player, there, and his name is Josh Gilbert, and he played the bass, did the clean vocals. But yeah, as I said, he's out the band now. Well, the majority of them are out the band now because of Tim, basically. But yeah, another Josh. And the last one that I've got is the only other thing I have with my name on it, and it is my own project. bit of a shameless plug, but yeah, the only thing I could think of that's got my actual name on it is my actual project. So yeah, that's War in the Clouds Part 1 that came out last year. Actually, there's about 15 CDs left if anyone's interested. And then I followed that up with Part 2 that came out in August. And yeah, I'm actually absolutely blown away by the support and the feedback that I've got from it so far. The fact that everyone thinks that this is a massive step up to the first one is just massively appreciated. I really appreciate it, guys. So yeah, that came out a couple of months ago. And yeah, that's it. So that was my entry to Rick's contest. Hope you enjoyed it, Rick, and yeah, everyone watching, I really appreciate you watching, getting this far. Thanks ever so much. And yeah, that's it. Until the next time, keep it metal.